Hey guys, Taz101 Saga. Totally unplanned video. In fact, because I've got all of the airsoft guns out, it reminded me of a question I get a lot, which is how many have I got now and what have I actually still got? I'll break it down into categories. I'll start with the AGs, shall we? Right, number one. Some of these have appeared on older videos, I know that, but deal with it. Tokyo Marui SOCOM 16. It's basically a 16-inch M1A, but it has a fun switch, you know, full auto. Only got mid caps with it. Now, I do not use this anymore. I did think about selling it, but I thought, well actually, I could actually build it into a DMR later on. Although the version 7 gearbox is a bit of a pain in the arse to work on in terms of taking it all apart because there's a million screws. I have used it with a scope and a suppressor, which is why the muzzle cap is missing there. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Not crazy on it, but it's a nice gun. It will last a long time. It's Tokyo Marui. Right, the next one would have been the ICS AK-74, which basically disintegrated. It took it apart so many times, upgrading it, all the threads stripped. But another one from the same era is this guy, which did originally have black furniture, then it was plum. Some people weren't very happy with that, so now I've made it tan. Anyway, this is a G&G combat machine, which normally has a nice big logo there, but I've strategically covered over. This is the lightest one. It weighs absolutely nothing. You can almost draw it like a pistol, because it's polymer, of course. But yeah, it's a good little rifle. It's version 2 gearbox, so it's easy to upgrade. If you're going for starter guns, these are very good actually, combat machine, because I've had this one since 2011 or something, and it's still going. It's not been used around the clock like some of the others have, like the M14, but this thing, they do go, and they're pretty easy to upgrade, to be honest. Something I have done as well, I don't know if you'll be able to see on the camera, but you'll see that it looks quite metallic. The polymer's usually very matte. I did that using black grey polish. If you rub that into polymer, let it dry, and then buff it like crazy, it actually makes it look like metal, and it does work. That's pretty cool. I do like that. Well, it's time to turn the clock back 70 years. AGM MP40. Completely upgraded internally. The only thing that's still stock, I think, is the gears and the motor. I also custom fit a Tokyo Marui hop chamber there, because normally you can't separate the hop chamber on these from the inner barrel. They're just like fused together, which is pretty stupid. I guess they don't want you upgrading it. This has now got, I believe, a G&G green bucking in it, which is very good, and it literally doubled the range. So I've upgraded this puppy. The biggest annoyance of this thing is, well, being an MP40, it's all quite rattly. The stocks on these are pretty poor, really. They do wobble a lot. I probably wouldn't play with it actually. I just have it folded. It's more convenient anyway. Right, it's a blued finish. Now, we were out in the shed doing this for quite some time, back in 2017 I think it was. All the magazines have been done as well, and it's been weathered as well, if you can see, especially the stock bar there. And I converted it to full auto. I only removed the selector parts. I still haven't taped over that hole yet. But yeah, it's a nice gun. The biggest limitation really is the magazines. I mean, they hold 50 rounds. I think there are some King Arms ones which supposedly hold 100 rounds or something. They're polymer, but they're probably better off than these. I kind of knew that was probably going to get on my nerves. It got on my nerves a lot quicker than I thought it would though. But I disabled the single shot, as I said, because I didn't like this hideous big lever they had on the side. To fire selector, should I say. It's definitely a nice looking gun actually. It's basically just a wall hanger now. I don't tend to use it very much at all. Right, now this next one, if you know me personally and talk to me about airsoft, you'll know I probably never shut up about this gun, because I never ever thought I would get one of these, specifically this brand. Well, not this brand, but as in, it's a Thompson, but it's a 1928 and it's got all the correct parts. For those that aren't aware, like the Cymer and the King Arms and all that, they actually have the wrong receivers, wrong stock, wrong fire selectors, wrong muzzle. They've basically got everything wrong. This has got all the right parts, and I've actually added real parts to this. Don't actually use the drum mag. I have the 20 round boxes, but I can't be asked to go and dig those out. And everyone likes the drum mag, so there you go. In fact, this is the first time this has appeared on camera since I did, once again, custom finish. Now, I'll take the drum out just for a second. so I can move it closer to the camera. I'll do an actual review on this when I've used it, but you should be able to see it's not your typical paint, it's been blued once again. And once again people are asking, how do you make the paint look like that? It's not paint, guy. This whole thing was stripped silver not so long ago, and I used black grate polish on the wood after I stained it to give it a kind of damaged kind of look. Fitted it's not a real compensator, but it basically looks just like the real compensator. It's got all the markings and it's the right dimensions. In fact, the stock one is sat down here by the 42. You can see there the size is totally different, so I replaced it with that. A lovely piece though. Can't wait to use it, but I basically can't get to Airsoft at the moment. I've got no transport currently, but we'll be looking forward to using this guy. Really happy with how it came out. Love it. Right, so that is all the AEGs done. I'm not crazy on AEGs, much prefer gas. Well, this guy, this is the only spring gun I own, and I do love sniping, I really enjoy it, but I'm not a career sniper. Like, I do like to do assault and sniping, I like to mix it up. This is an Action Army T10, don't be fooled, it's a VSR, you can see that. It's exactly the same really internally, it take all the same upgrades and everything. Lovely trigger on it, upgraded to 500 FPS. It's got a maple leaf crazy jet inner barrel, which is the dual bore 601-04, which is very nice actually. I've not noticed a lot of performance difference between this and someone who's shooting with an edgy next to me. I've upgraded pretty much everything in it. In fact, the only thing that's still stock is the bolt handle. Yeah, the bolt handle. That's pretty much it. This is a Japanese made scope, I forget what brand, but it's very nice. It's a very nice optic. A lot weightier than a VSR though. That's just a dummy mag, which is empty, but you can put tools in it and such. Yeah, it's a nice rifle though. Do recommend it if you want a VSR, something that's VSR compatible, but you want something that's a bit more beefy and badass looking. I can vouch for this. Right, we're on to the gas blowbacks now. I love this gun. I love this gun. It's a GHK AKM. They also do like a 74, 105, RPK, all sorts. Like if you want a good gas blowback AK that you can get upgrade parts for, get these. I mean, it's not stock either. It's got a stock barrel, but the chamber and the bucking is upgraded, and it's also got an enhanced recoil kit, which isn't currently installed. This is my winter bolt, which has the stock piston on it. I redid the wood, so it looks kind of. The light's probably not in the best place here, but you can see all that there. Basically beat it up. Put an original sling on it. Yeah, it's a classic AKM. Nice gun. The magazines are pretty weighty though. If you don't like carrying heavy mags, don't get this gun. Or get the 74. But yeah, it's a nice piece, definitely. Right, so now the most recent addition to the family, which has been a little bit tacked out since it last appeared on camera. Bop! TM-M4MWS. Haven't used it yet, but I have taken it to the range. Even with the stock hop on 2.8s, it's nice. It could be a little better, but it's definitely got range. It's not like one of these gas guns where it kind of dribbles out inconsistently. It's pretty consistent, even out the box. Internally, it's still all stock, but there are parts coming next year. Yeah, as of recently, I've added the PEC box. That's FMA, I believe. Got a pressure switch wired to the grip, and it's button activated as well. I'm not really into kind of sticking loads of attachments on guns, so I literally just stuck what I need. Achievement unlocked. Become a tactical mall ninja. Yeah! Nice grip, which is also a bipod, which is handy. So it's a 2-in-1 thing. And then I've got a light on there because there are some places at my site where I've often thought I really could use a light in here, but I don't have a gun that can mount one. Well, now I do. So there we go. The mags are 35 rounds, I believe. Obviously being gas, so has a cycling bolt and everything, along with the working bolt catch. That's the Elcan. It's the new 1-4 Spectre by, who's it, Evolution Gear. Very good replica of the original Elcan. I don't have a battery for it yet, but it's got illuminated settings. And I will do a separate review on this actually. Basically you can adjust it from 1-4, just like the real steel. with this lever down here. Simple throw lever. Bloody heavy optic though, I'll give you that, but it sure does look nice, I'll tell you that. And it's got excellent clear glass in it and everything. But yeah, TMM4. I will enjoy using this, and I'll post a review on this when I've used it once again. There's actually quite a few guns here that even some I've had for months and I still haven't reviewed yet because I've not really got to use them properly. Transport issues again. Right, we're on to the pistols. So I think it would only be fair to start with the first airsoft pistol I got. I did a review on this recently because it broke. And no, I still haven't bought the replacement part yet, but it took 9 years to break. It's a Tokyo Marui Sig Sauer P226. Done the custom sort of paint job myself. It's yeah, it's a very nice pistol. Does handle well and such. I've always loved the position of the slide lock on these. The fact it's so easy that if you do want to release with the slide lock, it's just effortless, you know. And as a decocker and everything. Only got a few mags for it, but it's definitely lasted well. I have upgraded it with a maple leaf crazy jet barrel, the same type that's in the sniper rifle. Very good for gas guns actually because of the way they're designed. It probably increased the range almost twofold. I was very surprised. Very good. Yeah, but it's a nice pistol. They got the E2 version of this out now for all you folks that want a slightly improved version. The E2 does look a bit nicer than this as well. But yeah, that was my first pistol. I've had it 9 years and it served me absolutely brilliantly. And although it's broken at the moment, it's an easy fix. I just need to drop in a new part and we're back on. Right, next up, turn your clocks back again. Walther P38, made by WE. I have modified it externally slightly. The grips have been altered so they have like a bakelite texture. I hope that's showing. Normally they're the same colour, they're just black. But yeah, I've altered that. It does have a heel release for those that aren't familiar. It's like this, or you can just do it like that. So it's basically what the Beretta 92 M9 slide was taken from. It's a fully open slide like such. And you can either release it with the catch or power stroke it, whatever you want to call it. I always thought that sounds a bit funny, power stroking. 15 round mag, it's only a single stack, very small gas reservoir. Don't recommend it for a solid sort of skirmishing pistol. It's literally just because I did a German impression. Doesn't lean too well with being held in this position either, because you tend to do this and the slide moves and then your thumb goes. Yeah, it's a one-handed affair generally speaking. This guy's never appeared on camera before, and that's because I've never used it. I don't really feel like I can review something I've never used. This is a Webley. Once again, it's not stock. It's been stripped down and refinished with a nice sort of battle-worn vintage finish, if you can see that. Normally, once again, it's all the same colour as the grip. Grip's been altered as well. It's got shells in it, of course, which will eject if you fling it hard enough. Double single action revolver. Pretty damn front heavy, I tell you that. Probably goes well with this cap, eh? Looks appropriate. I don't know how high the FPS is. I don't even know if it's like field legal. I have fired it, but I've never chroned it. I've only ever put a few rounds through it. Just one bulb, I think, is as far as I've ever got. Just bought it for collecting, really, because it's a nice replica and it wasn't expensive. So, yeah. Do like me a good old Webley, even though I'm not a massive revolver fan, but it's a Webley, innit? Right, we're on the last one now, and that's it. I don't have a massive collection. Never said I did, but the guns I do have, I've put a lot of upgrades and stuff into, so they're all really good, and I love all of them. This is no exception. This is the KJ Works CZ75. Now, a lot of guys get the modern version of this, which is called the SP01 Shadow, which has got all your Gucci glow sights and 20mm Picatinny rail on the frame and everything. I like the traditional guy. Although that's not the traditional look with the magazine, that's because it's CO2 and it has a large base plate, which is actually kind of handy for grabbing at your pouches and such. It's a lot easier to get hold of. Now CZ some people don't like because they have quite a small frame and it has like a frame in slide design, if you can see that. Some people don't like that. I think it's a nice looking gun. I was blown away by the bloody range on this, I'll tell you that. If I didn't mention it's got a safety. But you can also fire it in double action. And it does have a half cock as well, so quite versatile. Sights are pretty basic, just your basic sights as such. But yeah, it's a lovely pistol. It does handle nice. Haven't got any kills with it yet, actually. but literally 70 odd metres it was going on 2.8s pretty damn easily. In terms of upgrades, now it's all stock. The slide I've altered a little. You can probably see there's a slight difference in colour from the frame to the slide, a bit showing in the light. Once again, black grate polish. It gives it more of a metallic shine. Absolutely recommend the KJ Works CZ series. They're very, very good pistols, and out of the box they're really good quality. I know several people that have had these and they've been using them for like 2 or 3 years and nothing's broken yet. So they're damn good, and they're not particularly that much more expensive than other comparable guns. They will also take gas mags. Don't recommend the gas mags. Go CO2. CO2 is the way. Just watch your FPS sight limits, etc. So I guess that'd be all of them. If anyone's got any further questions or comments, feel free, of course. Also, a new camera will be in the works. This potato camera from 2009 or something is going to go next year, and I'm going to make sure I get on with that. Because you're still watching me in like 480p or something. At least it looks. Alright, see you next time.